Bronson Reed versus Jey Uso. The match, it was
The
a
crime
solid
was
bout.
committed.
Solid bout between these guys. We gotta talk about the end of the match because it goes into utter chaos. Roman Reigns comes out, helps Jay, and the Brons, man, they wrecked shop last night. They looked so dominant last night. Braun Breaker hitting a spear on both gentlemen on that barricade and breaking it through. Bronson Reed hitting tsunamis. Like, they just went crazy. And the final deed happened after both guys are knocked out, after they're talking their shit. Bronson Reed takes Roman Reigns, Jay's, right off his feet, goes to the middle of the ring, and like Fat Joe on MTV Cribs, kiss and licks the shoes. The most disrespectful thing you can do to a man, other than maybe spit on them, was done last night by Bronson Reed. And Bronson Reed last night established himself as the star of that trio by doing that. He is the ultimate bad guy in that trio. He may be the biggest heel in the WWE now by taking Roman Reigns. Roman Reigns is sponsored by Jordan, guys. And he took his J's off his feet. Oh my God. I loved it, man. I loved everything how these two guys looked at the end of the show. I'm going to kick it off to you first, Chaos. What are your thoughts on the segment?
We might actually witness a murder on SummerSlam Sunday or Saturday, sorry, whatever it's going to be. Like you said, the most disrespectful thing, or one of the most disrespectful things. No, there's three things that the top highest things you should never do to a man: disrespect his mama, spit on him, or take his J's. Otherwise, he's gonna catch a body, and that's why I think what we're gonna do. It's just one of them things you just don't do, and it's something as simple as that. I still feel that that's pretty much one of the most wildest things I've seen on WWE TV, and you heard it from even the crowd when you see him taking. And this isn't just anybody. This isn't just Akira Tozawa or R-Truth. This is Roman Reigns. You took the guy's J's on live TV. The crowd absolutely just hated him, and like I feel like that was definitely on the cuff. And like the whole segment was just great. I mean, the match itself was good, was fun as well. And obviously, Bronson said, "Screw all that, spare Jay out of his boots." And then, but also another permanent section of this, it was that, hey, Bron is starting to feel himself. He's starting to really be the person that he could be going off the hinges and doing his own thing. He was when he speared Roman Reigns in the ring. He said, told Bron, like, back up, Bronson, back up a bit. Let me talk to this guy right quick. And he kind of took some lines of Roman Reigns' infamous promo when he was, I think it was the episode of Raw, and he had that, and he was walking back to the stage, and he was all saying, like, all of this is mine. This arena, this crowd, this camera, all of this, I run it all. And then Bron kind of took some lines from that, and he was like saying, yeah, all of this is mine. And then you see Bronson saying, yeah, this is ours. And Bron was like, no, this is mine. Like, so I feel like something is brewing there already regarding, the ego that's building from Bron Breakker, and I'm here for it. But yeah, that double spear through the barricade, beautiful spot. It was just absolutely great. Definitely brought my interest to this match even higher now. Do I still think it should be in the main event? No, but it's still gonna be an awesome match. And yeah, it was great. But yeah, the cherry on top was stealing the J's, man. I mean, like, you can't get any bigger heat than that. And I just loved it. So yeah, props to all four of them. It was a great end to a good episode of Raw.
I think it was needed because I feel like we've been earning for legitimacy in this team after Seth got hurt. Speaking of Seth, right, he's hurt, but I feel like a lot of the legitimacy of this team has been in question since he got injured. And look, man, it ain't hard, bro. You got Paul Heyman. You let his loud ass talk, and then you just let these two behemoths wreck shop. Now I'll ask you this also, Jordy. Obviously, what did you feel about the segment? But do you think this is a possible must-win for Bron and Bronson this coming Saturday?
I don't know. I enjoyed the segment. I liked the fact that we're so accustomed now, and rightly so, to hearing that noise of that. Is it a drum that you hear at the start of Roman's music? You know, and we just watch Roman come down and just wreck everyone and leave. And we've seen that a couple of times now. And I liked that this time was different. Because until last night, I was just expecting we're going to go into SummerSlam, Jay and Roman, and they're going to win. And they're going to steamroll over him, and Roman's going to start heading back towards the title or something. But it does now. I'm not so sure. I'm really not so sure. I don't think it's a must win, but now I can almost see it happening, which is strange because I just see him. I'm imagining Roman. I don't think it'll be Roman that takes a pin. If that does happen, I think it'll be Jey Uso that takes a pin. Yeah, and the Seth dynamic, whether Bron Breakker is stepping up to the plate now because Seth's injured, whether this has always been the plan, whatever it is. Last night, for the first time, I saw, and it wasn't just the stealing of the sneaks. It wasn't just that. I saw something where I was like, this group can make more than just Bron Breakker. Bronson Reed is really going to benefit from this group, and I can see it now. I can see the vision. Yeah, so I enjoyed the segment. I wouldn't say it's must win, but at this point now, I wouldn't be surprised if they do win. And prior to last night, I would have been very surprised if that happened.
Yeah, man, it's gonna be interesting. We got some comments here, which is very interesting. I think you got somebody doing your work for your secretary is in the building right now.
Yes.
Take it to the table. Chaos the secretary for Roman's Jays. He's saying Roman is gonna catch a body at SummerSlam. I kind of feel like the move is definitely a Roman Reigns versus Bron Breakker match down the road. I feel like the Battle of the Spears. I think Paul Heyman, aligning himself with, which I think will be Braun at the end of the day. Just it feels very reminiscent of like a Brock Lesnar and Paul Heyman type of partnership, where the guy is just like early Brock Lesnar, obviously from what we remember, right? Just a genetic like beast, man, just athletically more gifted than everybody else that he's going against. Go ahead.
Sorry. I was just gonna ask you a question. Just quickly, which match actually entices you more, him against Roman, or the one they keep him been chasing, teasing for ages, him against Jacob Fatu?
Him and Roman initially.
Braun and Roman. Okay, cool, fair enough.
Or are you talking about Roman and Jacob Fatu?
No. Like Braun and Jacob.
Okay, yeah. No, I think Braun and Jacob should happen when they're both at top of the game. I wouldn't burn that just right now.
I think Jacob will be the babyface in that as well. Crazy.
Yeah, but like that's like when they're like, that's kind of like when they're both at the top of the game. I feel like they both have like a lot of ground to cover before they're at the top of their games. Like I think is this. I see the potential in those two. It's crazy to say this, man. I see the potential in those two in a world title and as being the top guy more than I see with Gunther. Like, I'm just going to be honest with you. I think there's a level of connection that Braun does. Like when he does the little tick stuff and he just, is crawling around and run. Like he lets his, like WWE is all about high points and home runs. He's knowing how to hit the high points and the home runs. To me, someone
also
like
very
Gunther,
funny. He's also very funny, which I can't imagine Gunther ever really being able to make me laugh the same way I know Bron can, because I saw it with the Wolf Dogs and I saw it when he cut the Steinermath promo. So like Bron's got more levels than Gunther, I feel, right?
Gunther feel more like an AEW type of superstar guy. If he was there, he would probably be a superstar there just
We're the
because
best
they.
vessel.
I'm
Yeah,
gonna
exactly.
give it a hot.
Because
I'm
they
gonna give it a
appreciate
hot
that
take.
more though.
No,
Yeah,
I know
yeah,
what
yeah.
you mean.
Yeah, 100%. I'd even do a hot take. That I feel like Bron and Jacob I think that's Triple H's version of Rock and Austin. I feel like that's what he wants to do, like something like when they eventually get
How
to the
old's
top level.
Jacob?
Sorry.
How old's
He's only-
Jacob?
He's like 32,
It's the
Yeah.
same age. How old's Bron?
like 27, 26.
Yeah,
Oh,
it's in
right, yeah, they're in the same wheelhouse then.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
I feel like that's Triple H's plan. He wants to have his own
Both got
Rock and
both got-
Austin or Orton and Cena. I think he wants his version, and I think it's purposely chose them to. Hence why they haven't really come to blows. I think the closest was the Rumble. So
Yeah.
yeah,
That little face
but
off
he's
his
been
dad.
teasing it.
Yeah.
So that's what I think.
Yeah, man, we are going to see what happens